So my cousin and I just found out that we have been dating the same man. And apparently she's been dating him for 2 years. Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you guys about that, because what the fuck? So basically my friend Lena had a bowling party a couple of weeks ago. And there was mad of us there, and we were intermingling, girls, guys, everyone's young and cute. And she had a friend named Jason who's apparently been interested in me for a while. Cause you know how like when you post your friends and your bros be swiping up like, oh, who that? So he had said that about me. And y'all know how that goes. She came up to me, asked me if I was interested, da da da, and I was like, you know what, why not? Because I've been trying to tell myself we're young and turn talk to men, don't be scary. You know what I mean? So Jason invited Lena to his family barbecue and told her to invite me and a couple of the friends or whatever. So we all went. It was real cute. You know how Caribbean people get. There was lots of liquor there, good vibes, good food, nice people. It was very nice. So I gave him my number and we started talking after that. We were FaceTiming for about 3 days, talking or whatever. And he was applying pressure. Like immediately he was like, I want to take you out, which is good, right, ladies? Green flag. Because most of these boys just be like, yeah, you want to come over? No, he said, I want to take you outside. Yes. I was a little bit of a jitterbug and I still am, okay? Because I was in a very toxic, traumatic situationship that literally left me with PTSD. Yay. But I've been working on it with my therapist, and I was like, you know what? Let me go out and have some fun. So he took me to the movies. We went to go see Bad Boys. It was real nice, real cute. He was very much of a gentleman. Okay, paid for everything like he should. Nice car, everything like that. And then after the date, we got back in the car and we were talking. And I don't know, like, this was basically like a test run for me to see if I'm ready. And I genuinely, like, when I was in the car, I was realizing that I don't think that I am. Like, I don't think I'm ready for feelings. I'm not about to go too deep into that. If you get me, you get me. But like, I don't know. And I asked him, I was like, what are you looking for? He was like, I really like you. We'll see what God has in store for us. Da, da, da. I'm not going to lie. That kind of threw me off. And he's probably going to watch this, but I don't care. That kind of threw me off because I was like, this is the first day we just met a couple days ago. God. God, like God is not even caught up yet. He don't even know about you. He don't know about us. He don't got no plan for us. I promise you he don't. And not just that, like, how could you really like me? Because it's only been a few days. And one thing about me, I don't know if it's just the Virgo in me, but like, there's no way that I could like somebody off rip. There's no such thing as love at first sight for me. You have to work for it. Besides that, like, he seemed like a really nice guy. Like, he was understanding of me wanting to take it slow and not being, sure if I was ready and da-da-da. The next day, Saturday, Lena and I had planned to go to a Q barbecue. Like the Q's, the frat, the ones that be waving their tongue around and acting nasty. Yes. So months in advance, Lena and I had found out about it and we said, we're going to go scope the scenery out. We're going to go find a man. I don't give a fuck if they're nasty. You want to lift me up, sir? Thank you, you can. And like I said, I just met Jason, so what the fuck? I don't care. But literally, while I'm in the Uber on the way to Prospect Park to go to the event, Lena texted me like, oh, change of plans. We're going to go to the Sigma Gamma Rho side, which was the girl side. And she was like, they said it's more lit over there. So I'm like, okay. And then she also texted, just an FYI, Jason is going to be there. I'm like, oh, Lord Jesus. Okay. Just because it was the girl side doesn't mean there weren't going to be men there. Of course, there were going to be men there. But now Jason is going to be there. He's going to be in my face. Hello. Now I'm pissed off. But then I realized that my cousin is a Sigma Gamma Rho. And I was like, oh, she's probably there. So I texted her and I was like, hey, girl, you at the park or whatever? She said, yeah, girl, I'm here. I call her, this girl is drunk off her ass, okay? Barely even speaking English. So now I'm like, oh, Lord, okay, I have to go find her. I meet up with Lena and the rest of my friends. I see Jason, and I'm trying to find my cousin, but I'm just like, I'm scanning the area, trying to see if I see her, and I don't see her. I'm like, you know what? When I called her, she was with her sisters, and this is their event. She's gonna be okay. And Jason, like I said, he's a nice guy. So he immediately was like, oh, like I have a bottle. Come, y'all. I'm going to give y'all something to drink, whatever. Right after we all take our first shot, I see my cousin, we're going to call her Ashley, out the corner of my eye. And I'm like, oh my God, Ashley, girl, like, what's up, Bookie? And as she's running towards me, Jason was like, all right, y'all, I'm going to see y'all. Because he is a Sigma. I don't care if I'm getting anybody in trouble by naming these things, by the way. It is what it is. So his line brothers were there too, because I guess the Sigma Gamma Rhos and the Sigmas are like brother-sister organizations. So he walked away and went to his line brothers. I'm hugging my cousin. I'm like, oh my God, girl, yes, I've been looking for you. She was like, girl, I was just throwing up, drunk as hell, y'all. Literally shirt wet, a mess. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. I'm introducing her to my friends or whatever. And right as I'm doing that, she goes, ooh, I'm about to the out of him later. So me and Lena look at each other like, who? Because she said it mad loud. And this is why I love Lena, because Lena was like, shh, cousin, like, girl, you don't know who's around. Like, you don't want nobody in your business. We're like, who are you talking about? She goes, him in the pink shirt. Me and Lena's neck snapped to the side. We said, oh, because you want to know who had on that pink shirt? Jason. I said, what? So I'm thinking at this point that she just thinks that he's cute or whatever. And so Lena named him. She was like, you talking about Jason? She said, yeah, we've been for 2 years. Me and Lena said, what? Y'all, if you're wondering, I did not tell my cousin in that moment because she was drunk and I did not want to upset her while she was drunk because you know drunk feelings are amplified. But Lena's face was still like in shock. So Ashley was like, what happened? But she was so lit, the subject changed in 2 seconds. And she was holding on to me while she was talking because she was struggling to stand up straight. And one of her sorority sisters comes over, and I guess she was drunk too because I'm not gonna lie, she lost me. She gonna grab my cousin like and try to get her away from me. And I'm like, she's good, like this is my cousin. She gonna say, oh, well, this is my Neo. I don't know what the fuck that means. I'm gonna give her a pass because like I said, she was drunk. So when the sorority sister pulled my cousin away, I took that opportunity to go over to Jason. And as I'm walking towards him, his whole set of line brothers was like he was in trouble. I'm sure he probably ran over to his bros and was like, nah, they know each other. They're friends. So I go up to him. I said, Jason, come here. He walks over to me. He said, what's up? He's shaking in his boots. I said, Jason, you my cousin? His eyes got so wide. He said, what? I said, Jason, you and my cousin. He said, that's your cousin? I said, yeah, babe. I tapped his shoulder. I said, it's okay. We could just be friends. And then I walked away. If y'all want the part 2 of this, please let me know. It's late. I'm about to go to bed. My cousin and I just realized that we've been dating the same man. This is part 2. I'm sorry it took so long, but Vibes Cartel was released today. It was a holiday. So back to the story. So like I said, I tapped Jason on the shoulder. I said, we could just be friends. And I walked away from him, okay? And as I was walking away from him, I'm walking over to my friends, and Ashley happened to come back over to me. And she tapped me and was like, Aaliyah, what's going on? Why were you and your friends so shocked? Like, what's tea? What's tea? I'm trying to divert the conversation, you know, just like I was able to before. I'm thinking she's drunk. She's not thinking about it. But I'm not going to lie, that reaction probably sobered her up a little bit. So I said, you know what, Ashley? Jason took me on a date yesterday. We went on a date yesterday. Ashley looked at me. She said, you know what? I love that for you. Obviously, Ashley did not fucking love that for me. She didn't love that for him. She didn't love that for herself. But the reaction was not as crazy as I thought it was going to be. I was like, Ashley, please, like, I swear to you, I just met this man, like, literally a week ago. I do not have no feelings for this man. It was our first date, and I wasn't even feeling him all the way. He was a little bit too much energy for me. I swear to God, it's done. It's done. You don't have to worry about it. She gonna go, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Very dismissive. And Ashley, I know you're going to watch this shit. Okay. And I know girls. I know women. It doesn't matter if you was married, friends with benefits, just dating. If you have been dealing with a man for a long period of time, as a girl, there are feelings there. You're going to take my damn cousin on a date? Like, what the fuck? You feel me? So then she was like, wait, yesterday? What time? I said, oh, he picked me up at 8 and he dropped me off around like 12. Why? She was like, she gonna pull out her phone and show me her fucking call log. Why the hell she was on the phone with this man at 12:30 a.m.? Okay? Like I said, he dropped me home around 12. She said that he was on the phone with her and let her know that he was leaving Brooklyn because this man lives on Long Island. He was leaving Brooklyn because he was hanging out with his bros and he was going home. He was not leaving Brooklyn because he was hanging out with no damn bros. He was leaving Brooklyn because he just dropped me off in Brooklyn. And then she said, yeah, and you see that pink shirt he got on? I picked that out. Why the fuck they was on the phone the whole ride home from my house in Brooklyn all the way to Long Island? That's like a whole hour drive. Stay on the phone while he get upstairs, pick out the outfit, this, that, and the other. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what are you even... When I tell y'all, my head was literally spinning because as she's talking to me, he is literally right there. Like, not close enough for me to hear what he was saying, but close enough for me to see, like, his movements. And he was literally talking to Lena about me. Like, and it was just so crazy, bro. She basically explained that she crossed SG Row, I think 2021, and he crossed Sigma 2022. So they're in the same like network. I was mistaken in the last video. I said that they're like sister brother organizations. I guess they're not, but they're still in the same like, you know, black sorority fraternity network. But she was like, the reason why she's not really that like crazy angry or anything like that was because they were mostly just sleeping together. Like it wasn't more than that. But like I said, as a girl, as a woman, if you're giving your body to someone, let alone giving them your body for 2 years, there are feelings there. And that's why when she saw him, she was like, oh, I should go knock his cup out his hand and da 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 da. And in my head, I'm like, you know what, girl? Do what you want to do. And I'm not going to lie, I'm going to help you out because you have the right to feel upset right now. Like, I don't have no emotion towards it, but I have emotion because you're upset and you're my cousin. You know what I'm saying? I'm making sure my cousin is good. I see him out the corner of my eye, leave Lena and go to sit down by himself. And Ashley was like, should I go say something to him? Like, is that messy? I'm like, no, it's not messy. This warrants a conversation. And I went up to him. I confronted him already. So she was like, okay, I'm gonna go talk to him. So she goes and sits next to him on the bench. I don't know what they were talking about on the bench. I never really asked. But I took that opportunity to call my mother because my mother lives for the tea. My mother was like, what? Y'all, like this shit, and I'm sorry, like I could not do anything but be weak, and I've been weak about this entire time because what are the odds? So after they're talking, Lena comes up to me and was like, hey, like we're all about to leave, are you ready to go? I said, yeah, let me just go tell Ashley that I'm leaving, make sure that she's good, get her with her line sisters, whatever. So I go over to Ashley, basically pretend that Jason was not even standing there, and I was like, come on girl, I'm about to leave. And after that, me and Lena and our friends start walking out of the park, and I see Jason as well, and he just looks so sad, y'all. So I call his name. I was like, Jason, come here. I said, listen, you literally didn't do anything wrong. And before y'all come at me, I had told him off rip, I'm talking to other people. Are you? And he said, yeah. We had a mutual understanding that there's other people in the picture. It's just very fucking unfortunate that the other person in the picture was my cousin. He was like, no, I understand, but I swear to God, like, I would never do anything like this. Like, I was really interested in you. Like, I actually like you. Just like I was telling y'all before, what the fuck do you mean you like me? You just met me, pipe down. And he was like, you know, I'm about to go home because there was an after party and he was literally so distraught that he was going home. So that night after it happened, Lena ended up talking to me because she spoke to Jason. Remember I told you I could see them speaking out the corner of my eye? She was basically saying like what adds another layer of messy is that he said he never took my cousin out before. That specific part of it really made me feel uncomfortable because that was like the first time that I had if he wanted to, he would moment. And I wasn't on the opposite side of it. You know what I mean? Like I'm always Ashley in every other situation. And like I was saying in part 1, like I was in a very traumatic situationship and it basically was that, like not a messy just sleeping together situation, but damn near, because you have a guy who basically sells you a dream and then doesn't do anything that he says he was gonna do, and all you're basically doing is laying down and spreading it wide. like I don't know if that's what she had going on, and I doubt that's how she feels because she generally doesn't seem, you know, that bothered by it. But I don't know if that's just, you know, her protecting her feelings or not wanting to talk about it. But for me, I was like, oh hell no. And honestly, like Jason is a cool guy. He is in our friendship network now because of Lena. So I'm never going to be able to fully ignore him, but he will never ever have another chance with me ever again in his motherfucking life. You mean to tell me, like, I can't even, oh my God, like, you have been messing with me for 2 years and you knew her for 3 days and you took her, like, that is such a gut punch. I don't know. That just bothered me. But like, yeah, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, what he said the first night, that only night, that God, he was gonna wait to see what God was gonna show us. Look what God showed us. A lot. God opened my eyeballs like that. Like, I was damn near finita. Literally, that entire day was not supposed to go that way. We had planned months in advance to go to the Q side. All of a sudden, we switched to SG Row. That was such a random thing. We were late. And because we were late, Ashley was more drunk than she would have been if we got there at the original time. And her being that drunk was the reason why she blurted that out in the first place. And Jason wasn't even supposed to be there. We didn't know that he was going to be there. All of those things, you cannot tell me that that's not God. That was literally divine intervention. Jesus said no. Jesus said no. Anyway, y'all, I hope you enjoyed this story. It was a hot pipe and steaming mess. And I have so many more. And I feel like I'm going to start doing these. I'm going to start doing story times if y'all fuck with it. But yeah, thanks for watching.